Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Twisted Lyf TV. I am Poetry. You are here for Travel and Talk Tuesday. This is a live recording, and they probably gonna be live from the rest of this month, probably. Child, I start talking even if ain't nobody in the room, just so I can have a recorded video and upload it. I don't know why does that look funny. I don't know. It look funny. I look funny. Okay, anyway, child. So, this traveling talk basically is just going to be about me and my plans to go to Italy this summer. Well, not really Italy, Sicily. Because Sicilians don't normally consider themselves Italian, even though Italy is part of Italy, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, good morning. How you doing, Miss Vanat? Good morning. So I'm just gonna talk about I'm planning a trip to go to Sicily for my birthday. I've been trying to go to Sicily for a minute, and I was in works or in talks with looking at purchasing some land over there, olive orchard that could help manufacture the olive oil that I use in my beauty products. But I think that's going to be, I'm going to have to put a pause on that. And the only thing I want to do that simply because of this political climate that we're in. I need to really wait to see what's going to happen after this election before I make a land purchase in another country. Because I don't know, if they let them Donald ass back in office, I think it's going to horribly affect travel. It's going to horribly affect just being American, period. So I think I'm going to wait on, hold on. I think I'm going to wait on me getting the land contract. I'm still going to go to the orchard and take a look around, meet the folks and all that stuff, but I don't know. You know what? I wasn't going to be ready to buy in June anyway. Now think about it. So I think I'm going to go there still with the same intent for me to look up stuff. I'm tripping out right now because somebody that's behind me that's on my bumper, baby. You can't see him in this doggone mirror, but that look back there, that little blue car back there, they done backed up a little. But we gonna have problems and complications to keep right up on my goddamn bumper this morning. So y'all know that my signal may fade in a couple spots on my way here to work. Hang on, it'll come back in. It don't take long for it to jump back in. And I've tried to stop talking when I see that it go out, so that way you won't miss what I'm saying. But anywho, so yeah, I'm planning to go to Italy, and this has been a journey already, and I ain't even left the doggone country yet. First of all, trying to buy my ticket. Well, I decided to go, let me tell you why I decided to go to Sicily instead of Italy, the main Italy. I wanted to go to Italy because I wanted to go to Rome, and I wanted to go see the Vatican and stuff like that. Because, like, I like stuff that got to do with the Romans and the Greek mythology and the Spartans and learning all this type of things like that. I love architecture. I love archaeology. So I thought that going to mainland Italy was going to be a good place for me to go see all this type of architectural beauty and things like that nature. However, I have a low tolerance for racism right now. And the people of mainland Italy, from what I'm seeing, I'm looking at different videos on YouTube and different people's experiences, watching the news and everything too. In a lot of the areas of town that I want to go to, it's where the racism is at its most high. So I was like, well, I've heard that Sicilians don't really call themselves Italians. And Sicily has like a close connection to a lot of African ties because of their proximity to Africa. So like if you go over into Sicily, you'll see a lot of African culture, you'll see a lot of Middle Eastern culture, all blended in with the people, with the food, things of that nature. Even the architecture. Just because of the geographical location. And I've heard some Italians call Sicily the black people of Sicily, the black people of Italians. This was weird. Okay, anywho. So I settled on Sicily, which is like the boot part. Okay, so you see the Italy look like a boot, right? And then there's a little island at the toe of the boot that look like they finna kick it. That's Sicily. So that's where I'm going. So going to Sicily, I started looking around for plane tickets and stuff like that, and I was getting a range of $1,000 to $2,000 on plane tickets leaving out of Orlando. Now, I was going to try to be bougie for my birthday. I wanted to go business class because I wanted to finally ride on one of them planes that got the beds. I think it's going to be a great birthday trip. Oh, I'm excited. One, I like to eat. So that's another thing, too. I love pastas and Italian foods and things like that. Or at least I thought I did. I'm going to get to that point, too. So I was looking at these plane tickets, and I'm like, these prices crazy. Like, the business class tickets was going to cost me $4,000 and $5,000. I was like, I guess I can't be bougie for my birthday. Because I know it's me, but I got other things I want to do with my money, and spending $4,000 or $5,000 on a plane ticket ain't it. I'd rather, if I'm going to spend $4,000 or $5,000, I want to spend it while I'm there in the country. So I went on a search to try to find me inexpensive flights. Baby, I work like a travel agent when I be booking tickets to places, I'm telling you. So I basically got my plane ticket down to $750. You're a foodie too? I can't even claim a foodie. I can't even claim that I'm a foodie because I am a picky eater. I love to eat, but I'm a picky eater, which is crazy. So, but I did get my plane ticket down to $750. And from the 2000, just a regular little economy ticket. But the airline that I am going through turns out to be the same airline that I took over to London. That airline was like, as far as the seats, the comfortability of the seats, it was like the Spirit Airlines of planes. Okay, the seats wasn't as comfortable. However, the staff on the plane, the food on the plane was excellent. Oh my God, we had so much good food going to London. Did we take the same plane to Japan too? The food was just freaking awesome. Let me put it that way. Food was freaking awesome on this plane. So that's the flight. When I look at the most inexpensive flights to travel on, that's the airline, Norwegian is the airline that it starts off on. So what I gotta do to get this $750 flight, I gotta go to Miami. So I'm not flying out of Orlando, I'm flying out of Miami. Miami's like a 3-hour drive from here. Or I could take a plane, or I could take a train, whatever. But it's 3 hours from here. Fly out of Miami, and then go from Miami to Milan, Spain. Most of the other flights are all going through London, but the flights through London, it's a 24-hour layover. I do not want to spend 24 hours in London. I did not want to do it. So I had to figure out how to bounce around to different places to see what's going to give me the most effective rate. So I'm driving to Miami, flying from Miami to Spain. Then I'm only going to have like an 11-hour layover in Spain, which is cool because that allows me time to try food from Spain in the airport while I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Get to see a little bit of the Spanish culture from the airport point of view, because I'm not going to leave the damn airport. And then fly from Spain to Palermo, Italy. $750. That, I think, is so much better than me flying out of Orlando, going into London, having a 24-hour, a full freaking day layover in London, and then going down to Palermo, Italy, or Catania, Italy, for like $2,000. I'm cheap. I'd rather spend that other $1,300, $1,200 while I'm there. So I got my flight down pat. I leave out Memorial Day. I'm gonna take a 10-day vacation, y'all, for my birthday. But my problem is the food, like we were just talking about. I love to eat. I like to cook, but I don't like everything. I don't eat seafood. Well, I don't eat shellfish. Put it that way. I don't eat shellfish. So I don't do shrimp and crab and lobster. I have tried a crab cake before. It wasn't bad. But for like just eating it out the shell, that ain't me. Crawdads, I don't do none of that stuff. Mussels, snails. Snail ain't even a fish, but I don't eat snails. I don't eat oysters. I don't eat none of that stuff. Right? I also don't eat pork. And Sicilian cuisine, it ain't the same as the cuisine of food in Rome, in Italy, like mainland Italy. Like mainland Italy, you expect all the different pastas and the rigatonis and all that stuff, which they have this stuff there too. But it's different. They have a lot of pork-based food. A lot of pork. They got chitlins on a stick, child. That they just walking around the street grilling chitlins on the grill and put them on a kebab and eating them up. They got chitlins on the stick. They got lamb chitlins also that they eat. It's a lot of foods that's got a lot of pork that they eat that I can't eat. If the dish don't have pork in it, it most likely got a lot of seafood in it. They got octopus and squid. I don't eat that either. So I'm like really concerned now, like what the fuck am I going to eat once I get to Spain? Or once I get to Italy or Sicily? I got them calling Sicily because again, they don't call themselves Italians. Once I get to Sicily. So I started looking, I've been on a rabbit hole for like the past 2 weeks, looking at different videos of people doing tours, and I found that they got what they call food tours there. So you get an actual guide that's going to take you around town and show you all the different type of places to eat. Now I did notice that a lot of the guides are taking them to these popular spots to eat the spleen and chitlin on a stick and stuff like that. I seen them take to a lot of those spots. So I need to talk to the food guide to find them where the hell do y'all Muslim folks eat, because they have a large Muslim community there, and I know Muslims don't eat pork. So I'm trying to figure out what they eating. I saw a lot of chickpea recipes and stuff like that. I'm pretty much gonna be eating like a vegetarian. I think so. Is the way it's gonna have to work. I'm gonna have to eat like a vegetarian. But all the dishes that I've seen, though none of them match that. Even if they had like a pasta that didn't have meat in it, they cook it with lard, which is pig fat. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna eat, or I'm gonna come back to America skinny as hell. I'm just saying. But like, if y'all ever been there, y'all know some dishes that were your favorite, drop it in the comment section. Something I could probably look forward to. They eat a lot of sweets there too, from what I've seen in a lot of these videos. Like a granita, which is it's almost like a icy with ice cream and something like that for breakfast with a cup of hot chocolate, baby. They hot chocolate is real chocolate melted that they drink. They do a lot of that for breakfast type shit. Cannolis. A lot of the dishes are sweet. On top of, they drink wine. From all the videos I've seen, they have wine with every meal. I don't drink either, so I'm like, damn. So it's kind of been like this journey for me to try to figure out what the heck type of food I'm gonna eat when I'm in Sicily. But just looking at like the different videos that I'm seeing, even though the people are on food tours, I'm looking at the background. The architecture is stunning there. The views, when I went to Utah, I kept just talking about how beautiful the views were in the mountains. The views that I'm seeing in these people's videos that they not even addressing, because they addressing the food. I'm like, I gotta go. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. And then I gotta figure out how to get around the whole island. Now y'all remember when I took my trip to London, I ended up coming back home with a $2,000 parking fine or driving fine, speed toll fine, traffic authority fine. It was $2,000 worth of tickets for me driving around London in the zones I didn't realize I wasn't supposed to be driving in, or zones that they was charging fees that I didn't know that they was charging at certain times of the day. And Sicily has some like that. I watched the guy this morning was saying that a lot of they got a lot of free roads, but they got roads at a certain times of day that they charge you, and it's mainly during the commuting hours. So they try to tell you to stay off the roads during the commuting hours. They got parking areas that are free during certain times of the day. They got areas that are restricted. Like, you will see cars down there, but you ain't supposed to be driving your car down there. And you got to know what the signs mean to say to know that whether or not it's the time of day for you to drive your car down there. So I don't want to deal with the cars at all. So I'm going to be totally on public transportation the whole Italy trip. I'm going to try to record the whole Italy trip. My daughter told me to take as many pictures as I can. I was going to take her. I asked her if she want to go with me. She told me I haven't had a solo birthday in a long time. So she gonna hang back on this trip. I actually really want somebody to go with me. I solo travel all the time throughout the United States. No biggie. I've only traveled out the country for vacation once by myself that I can think of. It's when I went to Trinidad. Because when I went to Barbados, I had people with me. When I went to Jamaica, I had people with me. When I went to Africa, I was in the military, so people was with me. Japan, I was stationed there, so I went by myself then, but I went with people still. I don't know. Maybe I should go by myself. Maybe I need to get my foot back wet again, me traveling alone by myself. I was going to take my mama because I really want her to just experience something like this. I just remember when I took her to Cuba, just the elation to see come through her, to be able to travel to different places. If I don't take my mama will never go in life. So that's another option for me. It's possible to take my mama with me. My only problem is that my mama can't afford it. Which means I'm going to be coming out of pocket for her to travel with me. But her birthday is the month before mine. So I could look at it like it's going to be a birthday trip for her. I don't know. I don't know. What y'all think? I think I should consider taking my mama on this trip with me. She got a passport, but she definitely don't have the funds. I already know. She don't have the funds to try to make a trip like this. However, but I'm like, if I don't take her, she'll never get to experience something like this. And so far, when we've traveled together, we don't clash as much. We may have some clashing moments. They usually happen in the beginning of the trip. But other than that, we really don't clash as much. And then, like, all the street food that I can't eat, because I don't really want to eat at restaurants. I'm probably going to have to go to a restaurant too, but I really want to do the street food for the most part. When I food. And I cannot tell you that I've stepped foot in any restaurant when I was in Korea. I went to Busan, Korea when I was in the military. And I took a vacation to Busan. I went with somebody then too. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about taking my mom. I got to make my mind up quick because I need to get my plane tickets. I haven't bought them yet. So if I'm going to take her, I got to do it quick. Only other problem with my mama too is she got some important stuff that's popping up, and we won't know for certain if she's going to be able to go or if her appointment times or deadline times or during the time frame which I'm talking about being out of the country. Like I said, I'm going to be gone for at least 10 days. Why is your car smoking like that? Good God Almighty. So I'm really excited about going. I've been working on my Italian, only to find out that in Sicily they got their own language, child. They do speak Italian. But for the most part, majority of the natives and the locals, they still speak Sicilian. And Sicilian is not a language that I could find any programs on to teach me how to speak Sicilian. And it's not even similar to the Italian language. It's like I'm just using random ass words. If I say, let's see, okay, how can I say good morning in Spanish? It's buenos dias, right? But in Italian, they say buongiorno. Sicilian is different. It's a different way to say it. So, but I think if I learn my basic Italian, then I still would be able to at least speak to some people, you know, communicate. They do speak English there, but I prefer when I go to a country to try to speak the language. Try to speak some of the language, you know. It really helped me when I went to Aruba that they spoke a lot of Spanish in Aruba. I wasn't ready for that. They spoke a lot of Spanish in Aruba, and the fact that I knew some basic Spanish, I at least knew how to order my food and ask where the bathroom was at. So I'm gonna find some videos on YouTube. His car is really smoking like you need to park some goddamn where. Good God Almighty! I'm gonna find some videos on YouTube with some Sicilian people that's teaching you some basic language of Sicilian language so I could communicate better. Hey Sonia, how you doing? Good morning. I'm just talking about my plans to go to Sicily this summer. I'm gonna take these kids better get on the damn bus. They're playing around and stuff, holding us up in traffic. I'm talking about going to Sicily this summer for my birthday. I've been planning on going to Sicily planning on a trip to Italy for a long time, but I decided on Sicily because the lower percentage of racism that's there, the culture connection to Africa and is there more so than the mainland of Italy. The people, at least like I said, when the videos that I'm watching, the people just seem friendly as hell. And I don't know if y'all do this, but usually when I go out of town, I play count the black people. And I found myself doing this when I'm watching these YouTubers in Sicily, because I haven't found one black YouTuber yet that is in Sicily. I found a lot of black YouTubers that's in Italy, like going to Rome and stuff like that. You play that too? Okay, see, I'm saying this. We people. So I'm watching these videos, and I am literally counting how many black people walk in the background of the videos. And I've seen enough on these videos that made me feel comfortable that I won't feel like an outsider once I go to Sicily. So the people just seem like really open and really friendly, and it may be good morning, hey, what's up? I forgot I was going to call you back for something the other night. When I get off this video, Tony, I'm going to call you when I get to work, because it was something I was going to call you about. So I don't know. The people seem like they was real friendly in the video. They seemed real open and welcoming. I don't know if it's because the people had cameras in their hands and they was being recorded, but it just seemed like there was a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready. I'm gonna go. I just have to decide whether I'm gonna go by myself or whether I should take Tony. Should I take my mama to Sicily with me? You know her better than anybody on this channel. you know my relationship better than with my mama than anybody. She's my sister. So should I take my mama to Sicily with me for my birthday? Her birthday is the month before mine. So I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to make a decision on if it's gonna be a good idea to take my mama with me. You said, oh dear. See, that's what I'm saying. You gonna let me think about it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I said, but she got her thing going on with her housing that she may have to have an appointment for. So I don't know. I don't want to take her out the country that she missed an appointment. But the appointment may happen before then. But I need to buy plane tickets. So I try to buy my plane tickets at least 10 weeks before a trip that's going out of the country. 8 weeks is pushed it, because I don't want to go over that 751. That's affordable for me right now, and y'all just don't understand. It took me pretty about a good day, a full day of me just sitting on the internet looking at different airports in different countries. You said maybe not. Okay, so I was looking at different airports in different countries, trying to figure out how to get this flight down. I searched from Orlando, I searched from Tampa, I searched from Jacksonville, and I searched from Miami, I searched from Atlanta, and I searched from New York. Because those are some like the main cities that have international flights that are really inexpensive, right? And then I searched flying through London, because I know London was a layover spot for them already. I did search through Rome. Because actually the flight from Rome, yeah, she got her passport. The flight from Rome to Palermo, Sicily, ain't number like $34. It was real cheap. So I searched through Rome. I searched through, I think, Germany, because one of the videos I was watching, the girl was coming from Germany. I searched a bunch of different countries over in Europe, destinations, to like make a layover. And Milan, Spain was the most inexpensive one to get me down to Sicily. So, but then once I get to Sicily, like I say, I'm doing public transportation. A bus here or there costs maybe $2 or $3. I can catch a train that will go across the country in Sicily for $16. 16 euros, which I don't know how much that is in United States dollars, but 16 euros. I don't think that's a bad thing. I ain't got to worry about trying to rent no car, because I do hear that renting cars over there is really hard in the major cities. And parking is horrible in the major cities. And I'm going to be staying near one of the major cities. I'm going to be staying like either Palermo or Catania. I think I'm going to do Palermo based off of the nightlife activity. I think I'm going to stay in Palermo. So getting from Palermo to like a lot of these tourist destinations, I want to do this. They got a volcano over there. Why I want to go to this volcano, I don't know. But I'm going to this volcano. It is an active volcano called Mount Etna, if I'm pronouncing that right. They got a day tour to the volcano. And I think I can catch a bus for 16 euros to get over there to do the day tour. Or I can catch the train. The train to Mount Etna was like $13. That's inexpensive as hell to me trying to drive. Plus, I can still see the cityscape or the countryscape. You know, we got that Lithuania. It goes to Frankfurt, Germany now. I can't even find good rates out of Orlando. Well, I did. I found one flight directly from Orlando to Palermo that was only $800 and something. It was like $890. So that wasn't bad. And I was like, I ain't got to drive down to Miami. But that's the flight that has the 24-hour layover in London. I don't want to do no 24 hours. I'd rather drive to Miami and save the little $100 to save me 13 damn hours in the country, because it's only an 11-hour flight in Milan. And I know my daughter decided she didn't want to go. She want to go, but she don't want to go. She kept saying this, I haven't taken a solo trip by myself, so I was thinking about doing the solo trip. But then I thought about, if I didn't take my mama, she'd never get to experience stuff like that. I started feeling guilt for her not, experiencing things in life that I'm able to do myself. Just want to, like my daughter, she's a traveler. You know what I'm saying? She's a traveler, so I know she'd get to where she want to go. She planning trips to herself right now, and she gonna have a friend coming in town at the end of May. We trying to get her to change her trip to June. And she come in June, and she'll be here in Orlando with my daughter for like 10 days. So she'll be covered. And plus, she has another trip that she's taking in July. And she was like, she don't think she gonna be able to afford all these back-to-back trips. Because we doing a trip, me and her together are doing a trip together. We're going to San Francisco in April. Because we already started making our plans to leave Florida. I'm most likely going to end up in San Diego area, and she's going to end up north. So she wants to live like in the Bay Area, San Francisco, San Jose area. So we're actually taking a trip in April to go to San Francisco, so she can go look at these townhomes that she was interested in. Look around, and then because she's trying to make her like a 2-3 year plan, so to speak, so she can make that move. And she wants to get like a feel for the economy, a feel for the areas that we come on going into. Plus, I just want a vacation. So we taking that trip. It's like a 3-4 day trip. We take to San Francisco. And then she has a trip in July. She has another trip in August. And she has another trip in October, and then in November. So, you know, she's like, going to Italy probably ain't the best thing for her right now, financial wise. Plus, she's planning her trip to Korea still. So, but my mama, on the other hand, my mama been trying to just go to Jamaica for the last 3 years, and she keep coming up short. She already had a plane ticket bought and still ain't went. And then, like, one of her biggest thing was that her friends backed out that she was supposed to be going with. Her friends backed out of the trip. Is he finna come out of here? Okay, I saw a fire truck went up. Her friends had backed out of the trip, so my mama ain't finna take no solo trip by herself. I don't think she's not that comfortable with traveling. Like, you know, my mama's a United States traveler too. She'd go around some places in the United States, but leaving out the country. The first time she went out the country was with me. Is when I took the family on a cruise, and then me and her went to Cuba before. So on the cruise, we went to the Bahamas and Mexico. San Francisco is the most expensive city in Cali. But I know she don't want to move to San Francisco, but we're gonna go into San Francisco because I'm finna tackle my fear of the Golden Gate Bridge. Like the bridge gives me panic attacks. Think about crossing it. So I want to see it one day in life, and I'm gonna try to cross that bridge without having a panic attack. But like, if you ever drove down to New Orleans going down 55, it's this bridge going down to New Orleans that's like sits really low over the water. I freak out over that damn bridge. So, and I couldn't imagine my mind of me crossing the Golden Gate Bridge, but I want to do it at least once in life. So this is my moment. So we probably gonna tour around San Francisco, but San Jose is where she actually wants to stay. It's like about 45 minutes outside of San Francisco. And she went there on a convention a couple years ago, and she really liked. Yes, y'all. If you going to Jamaica for real, she would go. She still got her plane tickets. That's all she keep doing is having them reset it and giving her credit because she ain't went nowhere. She didn't go to Jamaica with you. She been looking for somebody to go. My cousin was supposed to go. 2 of her friends were supposed to go, and everybody backed out on her, so she didn't end up going on the trip. Originally she was going to go to Barbados because I had a friend that was Barbados. Remember the horse guy that I told y'all about? He was in Barbados, and he had got them a 5-bedroom house on the beach, and then everybody started backing out of that trip too. My cousin was going to go with her, but my cousin really scared of flying, so she was like, well, Barbados kind of far, but I could attempt to do Jamaica because it's not that far as the flight is concerned. And then she backed out too. So my mama didn't go on the trip. So yeah, other than going to, I said, I know our cruise was the Bahamas. Where else did we go? We went to the Bahamas. And then my mama did another cruise together. Me and her. We went to Cozumel, Mexico, and Cuba. But the first trip we went to the Bahamas and somewhere else. But those are her only 2 times out of the country. And by us going on a cruise, she didn't get no stamps in her passport. Her passport book's still empty. So I need to get my mama some stamps on the passport book. Or I don't need to. She could do it herself. But I know she can't financially afford to do so right now. So I think I don't know. I'm gonna have to really ponder that, weigh my options. Because I want to get my tickets by the end of this month. April, May, June. Yeah. We'll be chasing them in. Girl, you sure will be. You know my mama. She sure will be. She be looking for the ones fresh out of high school. Fresh out of secondary school. My mama be looking for them. She don't want nobody daddy. When we was in Cuba, that was her thing. She was like, I'm going to find me a Cuban man. But I need somebody young because I don't need nobody set in their ways. She wanted one who didn't speak no English because she didn't want to hear shit they had to say. So she be down with them little young tenders in Jamaica they be losing their mind. And I ain't got to worry about my mama ever getting taken for a ride. You know, sometimes they be like, a lot of times you go to the Caribbean and they expecting American women to be paying their way for this, that, the other, and everything. My mama ain't gonna pay for shit because she broke. She ain't gonna pay for a damn thing. I ain't got to worry about her being taken for no ride either. She gonna have just enough money to do what she need to do, and she gonna be talking motherfuckers out of their money. That's my mama right there. So I don't know, but I'm gonna really consider the Italy trip, like I said, because her birthday is in May, and as of right now, I have no plans for on what to get her for her birthday. A plane ticket to Italy might be it, but the thing is, like I said, if her housing come through, she gotta fucking move, unless she get this apartment that she applying for, because the lady said she could move to that apartment in May. So if she moved in May with that apartment, then she, I don't know, child. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm gonna figure that out. Whether or not I'm taking my mama to Sicily with me. She waiting on my answer. We already got the answer that my daughter not going with me. And I'm gonna say, y'all just made me remember that I'm supposed to be doing San Francisco. So yeah, I gotta start really getting it together. So I need to come into work and put my days off so I can get off that damn month. I will talk to y'all again. I'm at work. I'll see y'all next video. Peace.